This programme is live from Studio 2H in London's Leicester Square, hosted by Adam Morris. But when Adam enters the studio, something very strange happens, for Adam becomes the General.
Hey! Hello, good evening, 7:05, live across the UK. It's the General's Evening Show. Listen to this, brand new spangly stuff James has made me. Thanks, James.
That's all right.
Right, 0870 202 7000 if you want to be on. The General at capitaldisney.co.uk, 60300 on the text. I think I did that rather well for the first time, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I want to know how you did that in a minute, all right?
Okay.
Ordinary boys.
I'm not gonna... Good evening, listeners. Good evening, listeners. We'd like to apologise for the preceding programme. It'll be badly made. Have a terrible voiceover who thinks he's funny. That'll feature the General.
Hello, good evening, 7:15, the General here, live from London's fantabulous Leicester Square with the evening show. How are you doing? I got run over by a cat today.
Right, enough said.
The General's Evening Show. Call 0870 202 7000. The General's Evening Show. Capital Disney.
I feel good.
How was that?
That was amazing. You did that better than I ever imagined.
Well, you know me, I'm a bit of a slicko on this old desk here. I'm like the old Radio 1 DJs from the 1970s, you know, tapes all around them. They played the desk like a piano. Seriously, mate, I've been fully trained in this.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's not what the boss told me earlier on.
I got in loads of trouble earlier, but I'm not allowed to talk about why. I got in so much trouble, honestly. I got spoken to by two people.
Do you know what? We'd do a podcast on this.
Yeah, okay, we'll do a podcast. Yeah. Not allowed to talk about it, though, because...
we can talk about it on a podcast.
Put it this way, I got in more trouble earlier than I did when I turned the desk off on purpose last week.
You look so annoyed earlier on, though.
What, when I got in trouble?
People going to you.
I can't stand it. It's like, Richard, hello.
Hello.
Let's bring some callers in. 0870 202 7000. You know when your mum has a go at you for something, and you know you've done something wrong, and you know you haven't properly listened, and it is your fault, but you don't want to take it, and you're just annoyed that it's not a case of not wanting to admit that you're to blame, but it's just being annoyed that someone's having a go at you. That's how I felt earlier on, because it was ultimately my fault, wasn't it?
It was a rude email when she has a go at me.
Sorry?
I just ignore my mum when she has a go at me.
Well, exactly, I know, but even if you know you've done wrong, you still want to ignore her as much as possible, and I think I achieved that, and then I sat stewing with a face of thunder for about 10 minutes in the office. And then to add insult to the injury, someone else had a go at me for exactly the same thing. But James, you were a rock in a storm for me. You came over, you said, General, don't worry about it.
It's ridiculous. It was a ridiculous thing.
Jimbo B today?
Jimbo B is good.
Yeah, Jimbo B.
Jimbo B today?
So Jimbo B is good.
Anyway, Richard, are you all right?
By the way, Jimbo B.
For God's sake. Jack, you're on the air, hello.
Hello.
That was just a high-pitched warbling in my head. How are you, Jack?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. What can I do for you?
Well, I want to tell you this story about 3 days ago. 3 days ago at school. It was quite funny because we had like a practice fire alarm.
Okay.
In between lessons.
Yep.
And we thought, great, that's like 15 minutes off a lesson.
Okay.
And then like in geography next, it went off again. And then we all ran outside to see that no one was there. Like no one was in their lines again.
Yep.
So we went back. That was like another 5 minutes wasted. And it happened again later, and also again and again.
So somebody just kept pressing the button again and again and again.
Yeah.
So how much geography did you learn on this day? I mean, it sounds like you got about 2 minutes of tuition.
Yeah, it's quite good actually.
Jack, I don't want to sound like I'm on my high horse about it, but I think you should think carefully about what you want to get out of your education. I mean, you're saying it's good that you got sent out because the fire bell went off 5 times or whatever, but think about the things you missed. And when you're sitting in that exam, not knowing how to answer question 4C because you were standing out in the playground giggling at the funny little bloke who pressed the button on the fire alarm, I think you'll think twice about that.
No, because we learnt how to get ready if there's a fire. We learned...
Just run!
No, because we learned never
Panic!
to leave anything there.
Okay.
And also we learnt to sit and laugh at the teachers.
I'm only joking, mate, but yeah, I think the key rule, and my father told me this at a very young age, that if in panic or in doubt, run and scream and leap about. That was what he said. If in panic or in doubt, run and scream and leap about.
That's some sound advice from your father.
From old John Morris. He's probably got letters at the end of his name, but...
John Morris, he's a geezer that owns the supermarket. No, it's Morrison. Sorry.
Jack, thank you for that.
Can I play Out of Tune later, please?
Of course you can. I'll call you back, my friend.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Ricky T. Stevo, in the meantime, meantime, has composed himself and is ready for a adult or at least human being conversation. Go on, try your best, mate. You could do it.
Could I play the General's Knowledge quiz tonight,
that's
please?
all he wanted. That's all he wanted. Yes, of course you can.
Could you play me Dill's Lads in this one, please?
Yes, I can.
The Sugar Babe.
Yes.
Well, could I have a quick word with Jimbo B?
Yeah, go on.
Hello, Jimbo B.
Ricky T, Steve-O, go on with your bad self.
I've hung up on him. Did you want to carry on talking?
Only because he was going to say, because he's been to Tenerife, so he was going to say how great I am on Holiday FM, weren't you?
Did you hear Jimmy B on Holiday FM?
Sorry, Holiday FM.
Can you do a Holiday FM link for us into the next song? It's Fede Legrand, The Creeps. Just go on. Just Holiday FM. This is if you go on holiday.
Do you Holiday FM jingles out?
No, I don't.
They're on the box. James Beckingham too.
Okay. So basically, if you were on holiday in Tenerife, right, and you were listening to Holiday FM, which is a radio station that broadcasts to English tourists abroad, this is what you'd hear. Fede Legrand, The Creeps. I'm giving you a ramp, all right?
Ramp number 1 there.
Ramp number 1.
Yeah. Holiday FM, live from the UK. Hello, my name's James Beckingham. Miserable, horrible weather back home in the UK at the minute. Gorgeous across the coast of the islands. Legrand coming for you next.
I bet you say that no matter what it's like. I bet if you're sitting there with your skin blistered off in great big clumps from the sunny English weather, you'd say that anyway, just to make sure that they thought they were having a good time.
I did the other week when I went to Tenerife.
Is it the General? Is it the General? What's that coming over the hill? Is it the General? Is it the General? What's that coming over the hill? Is it the General? Is it the General? What's that coming over the hill? Is it the General? Is it the General? Is it the General?
The General's Evening Show.
Okay, I'm making words up out of my head. Flobidum et tu droit moricum.
Capital Disney.
Hello, you're on the air.
You love it.
What?
You love it.
Do I love it?
Yeah.
Of course I love it.
Good man.
Why are you even asking? You know I love it. I mean, what gave you the idea for even a second that I don't love it, mate? I mean, come on, you know me. I love it, don't I?
I just had to make sure, General.
Well, you know I love it, mate. You know, I love it. I love it more than I can say. I love it more than the sun and the moon and the stars, and, you know, I love it more than a summer breeze. I just love it. What about you?
Oh, you know I love it.
Do you love it?
I love it more than, just love it, really.
You love it more than love?
Love it.
Poetic.
Love it more than love, yeah.
And, mate?
I love it.
What's your name again? I've forgotten.
Sean.
Sean, I love it.
You love it.
Will you just shout that for me before you go?
I love it.
I love it too. See you later, Sean.
This is Capital Disney.
Capital Disney.
Well, listen, yes, marks out of 10 so far then, Richard, seeing as you know...
I'd say 20 out of 20.
20 out of 20. Oh, you're marking out of 20, are you?
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed.
If you were to rate Nigel Mitchell's show out of 10, what would you give it?
That was only put to 10 out of 5. 10.
10 out of 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's 150%, yeah. It's
Not bad.
That's 200%.
That's good.
Yeah, that's an excellent show. Fede Legrand, The Creeps. It's Capital Disney, 2 minutes past 9 for your Friday night, and this is Guess the Pie. I really don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know how we're going to launch into this ridiculous, shambolic feature. Louise is holding up a picture of a pie with the name of the ingredient written next to it over her head, which, to be honest, makes the view a zillion times better than it originally was. The idea is, you ring up, you guess the ingredients of tonight's pie. There are 2 ingredients, and I will give you clues as we go along. Stop it. Grow up, woman. 0870 2027 7000 if you want to take part in Guess the Pie. 0870 2027 7000. There are 2 ingredients. Simply name 2 typical pie ingredients. Get them both right. You win a handful of CDs free off the boss's desk. Grow up. Again, honestly. Stop, you'll never put me off in a million years. I'm too much of a professional. I don't want to take that off you and throw it in the bin. I will.
I'm being the pie.
You're being the idiot.
I'm acting the pie.
Yeah, you are. 0870 2027 7000. Guess the Pie. I've got some special Guess the Pie music for this feature.
Have you really?
0870 202 7000. Name the 2 ingredients correctly that are in tonight's pie, and you will win a handful of CDs off of the boss's desk. Well, that spells pie in Spanish. Claire, hello.
Hello.
Hello. So the pie, right? It's got 2 ingredients making up this
can I ask
tasty.
something first?
Yeah. Why the hell are we doing this? Good question. Shall we stop? Shall we stop?
No, I love it.
I think I might stop and go outside for a bit.
Why?
Just because this is rubbish.
No, it's brilliant. I've never pretended to be a pie before in my life. I love it.
Honestly. Okay, Claire, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, is this pie a pastry pie or can it be meringue pie?
It could be a meringue pie, right? Because it does have a sweet filling, which would go with the meringue exterior. It's not possible really to have a kind of sausage pie within a meringue filling. That would simply be coloured.
Yeah, well, you're right. You could possibly, this could be. Although the drawing is not a meringue drawing. I'm actually pretending to be a pastry.
Stupid drawing. I've never seen an old shut up about that drawing.
It does, just for the record, it does actually look like a pie. He's just jealous that he can't draw like
whatever.
me.
Pie head. Claire, what is your guess? Guess your ingredients.
Go on, Claire,
Hold
come
on.
on.
Wait.
Oh,
I need to get the
I'm
music
so
right.
excited.
Ingredient.
This is so much fun.
Ingredient. Number 1. What is it?
What is it?
Apple.
Oh, is that right? Is that right? Louise, it's your pie. You drew it. Is it right?
Oh, but hang on, no. We need to know both together. We can't say one.
Okay. What's ingredient?
What's your second ingredient?
Number. Hold on. Where's the numbers? 2. What's ingredient number 2?
Blackcurrant.
Okay, so we can tell you that there was 1 ingredient correct, Claire. 1 of them was incorrect. So keep on trying in tonight to guess the pie. Joy, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Guessing the pies live on the radio. I can't think of a better way to spend my Friday night.
It's brilliant.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay.
Can you see my beautiful drawing?
So,
I'm not watching webcam.
Oh.
no one will see that travesty again. Stop going on about the
That
drawing.
had all the requests on it as well.
I know, we'll line it out. Anyway, stop moaning. Stop moaning. Just stop going on about that drawing. Joy, what are your 2 attempted ingredients? Number 1.
Well, I've changed my mind now because of what Claire said.
Okay,
you
so...
said one was right and the other was incorrect.
First ingredient.
Apple.
Okay, and what's your ingredient number? 2. Apple and ham. Okay, we can tell you that you have got one of those, absolutely, but one of them is absolutely. So continue guessing the pie. I think it's quite obvious what one of the ingredients is. If you can name 2 ingredients of this pie correctly, 0870 202 7000, win a handful of CDs. Hello, you're on the air. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello, this is a little bit like ITV Play. Oh, what is ITV Play? I can't remember. Oh, it's that channel which turned into ITV2 plus 1, isn't it? Hello, who's that?
Hi, this is Jill. I'm Charlie's nan.
Hello, Charlie's nan. You want to take part in this little feature, do you?
I do.
Okay,
It's
right.
a great feature, isn't it?
Invented by your
He's
grandson.
He's been on about it for such a long time.
All right then, Jill, give us ingredient number 1.
Oh, I think it's blackberry and apple.
Blackberry and apple. I can tell you that one of those is correct, but it's not the exact pie. All right, my dear.
Good guess though. It sounds like a great pie.
And you can make us one and send it down. It's Capital Busy, 30 Leicester Square, London. Get it in the post. Thank you, Jill.
Thanks, Jill.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, I
and
like
Jenny, name some ingredients that are in tonight's Friday Night Pie in this special radio feature.
Is it
What's your first ingredient?
lemon?
Lemon, okay. And what's your second ingredient?
Plum.
Sorry?
Plum.
Plum. Lemon and plum pie. Ooh, that'd be right.
Yeah.
Neither of them are right, I'm afraid, my dear. But, 0870 202 7000, keep trying.
I'm going to go and iron out the drawing
Okay,
now.
so it's quite obvious what one of the ingredients is. Can you find the twin ingredient that is in tonight's tasty pastry snack? What?
I love it. It's such a cool feature.
It's not bad, actually.
Okay.
It is learning to swim. Lily Allen smiling. If you are just tuning in, you're a lucky, lucky thing, because we're in the middle of a brand new feature, right? We're test flying Charlie from Somerset. It's a wonderful little radio game. Guess the pie. Okay, it doesn't sound much when I put it like that, but it's very simple. We give you a pie with 2 ingredients, 2 main ingredients. You guess what they are to win a handful of CDs off the boss's desk. We're doing it as a one-night-only feature, just for a laugh. We're just having a laugh, just mucking about, aren't we? Because it's Friday night, it's nearly the weekend. We don't have to do our jobs properly. It's nearly the weekend. We can do what we want, can't we? Friday, it's Friday, by the way, right? So this is the Guess the Pie music, all right? And the reason for that is, I'll explain it again because it wasn't clear last time.
No, it wasn't.
That spells pie. In Spanish. Okay. John, hello, mate.
Hi.
Hello, geezer. So, we've had a few calls where people have got one ingredient right, okay, and I think it's fairly obvious which ingredient that was, okay? So, John, in your own time, please, give us number one ingredient.
Yeah, before I answer, can you, if I win, can you send me a framed copy of the picture?
Really? My beautiful picture?
Yep, I'll send you that and the taxi fare to the mental hospital. Okay, John, okay, so what's your number one ingredient?
Is it apple?
Okay, right, so that's one ingredient. What's your second one?
Cherry.
Apple and cherry. You're getting closer. Right colour. Along the right lines, mate. One of them is correct, the other isn't. Thank you, John. Jenny, you're on the air. Hello. Jenny's hung up. Joy, you're on the air. Hello.
Hiya.
Hello.
Okay, another guess.
Okay, hazard a guess, you know. Why have a pie in the sky guess, you know what I mean?
Oh, I like it.
Ooh. Oh, that is a good joke.
Lovely.
I'm baking hot.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Hold on. No more. Joy, okay, what's in the pie? What's in the pie, my love? What's in the pie, my darling? Come on, tell us what is in the pie. Ingredient number one. Go on.
Apple.
Apple, right, okay. And ingredient?
Maybe pears?
Pears. Oh, one of them's right. Fruity is correct. You're along the right lines in that respect. But Joy, no, you're missing 50% of the answer, okay? I think it's fairly obvious. I think we can say for sure now that one of them is indeed apple. Okay, I've given that away. So what would accompany apple in a nice little bit of slice of pie that you'd have on a Sunday afternoon after you finish a nice roast dinner?
With a bit
Jenny?
of custard.
What?
You could have a bit of custard if you wanted. You don't have to have custard, but if you would require custard, you could have it.
Well, thank you. I was worried then about whether or not I was allowed it, but you've cleared that up for me, and I'll be guilt-free when drenching my Sunday afternoon pie in liberal amounts of custard. Thank you so much. Jenny, you're on the air. Hello. Jenny, you're on the air. Hello. Well, you know, she's out in the far reaches of South Yorkshire. She can't hear us. Claire, hello.
Hello.
Hello, geezer. You're right.
All right.
Okay, good. So, tell us.
Is it apple
Yep.
and blackberry pie?
We've had that.
We've had blackberry. Jenny said that.
Strawberry.
Strawberry, apple and strawberry. Your second ingredient is incorrect, my dear, but you're along the right lines. Right colour, innit? You're getting there, you're getting ever so slightly closer. John, hello.
Hi.
Hello, mate. What is in the pie, my friend? What's in the pie?
Is it apple and red currant?
Oh, no.
Well, I thought you were going to get it then.
No, mate.
Or red berry?
No. All right, how many guesses do you want? Hello, you're on the air. Who's that?
Hi, it's Anna.
Anna, tell us, please.
What's in the pie? Sorry,
Apple and cranberry.
Oh, cranberry. That'd go with a bit of turkey, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
no.
Cranberries are very good
It's
for you.
red.
It's reddish.
Red.
It's not red. You're going to give...
Sort of red, slightly pinky, kind of like...
Raspberry.
No. You're
Raspberry.
You're getting there, okay? We'll do one more link, okay? It is red. Think of all the stuff that goes with apple, right? Maybe in a crumble you have it, okay?
Rhubarb. Apple and rhubarb.
Say again?
Apple and rhubarb.
You know what she's done?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh! Guess what's in the pie? Guess what's in the pie?
And now, live from London's Leicester Square, it's a comedy version of a Doctor Who script, as sent in by Charlie in Somerset, performed by the General Louise, Jamie and Hannah. A new face, or two or three. The Doctor and Martha are inside the TARDIS.
So, this is our first adventure together.
Well, there was the whole rhino aliens on the moon thingy.
Yeah, but that was just a taster.
Oh, I like the ones you get on when a new series of our show is coming.
Exactly, like them, but different.
Right, enough of our yabbering. Where do you want to go?
Don't mind, you pick.
Okay then.
The Doctor flishes a few switches and presses a few buttons. Soon after, the TARDIS centre column flashes and they begin their adventure a few moments later in the Capital Disney studio. So then, during that record, Louise decided to talk to me about her favourite sandwiches.
What? I like sandwiches.
Whatever.
Hey! Turn my mic up!
Hello, callers, yada, yada, yada. So, Mr. Sir 2, what do you think of my sandwiches?
Well, I don't mind, spicy.
The sound of the TARDIS can be heard in the background as it starts to appear behind the radio presenters. The Doctor and Martha then step out inside the radio studio.
Well, hello there.
General, turn around! We've been invaded!
Oh, my goodness! Hang on, there we go.
What's going on?
Sorry about this, you two.
Someone must have typed in the wrong coordinate.
What? Stop looking at me.
So, you're the Doctor, and you are?
You know who she is. She's Martha, the Doc's new companion. It's been all over the papers.
What's happening? Tell me!
That's another character we haven't cast for. Go on, Martha.
Oh, what did you do that for?
Well, it's my show.
He's got a point.
Don't worry, he's an idiot. You'll get used to it.
But you cut him off.
It's his show!
But he cut him off!
The argument continues until 11 p.m, the end of the General's evening show.
Okay, it's his show. I get it now.
See, so it's your music, your way. This is Capital Disney. I think we should use the actual jingle there. So that was a scene from Doctor Who, a comedy sketch from Doctor Who, provided by Charlie in Somerset. So, business returns to normal then. The General at capitaldisney.co.uk for your email. 0870 202 7000 if you want to be on.
It's gotta be special. Skin deep. I don't know that you're giving me skin deep.
Harmonising, Joy. I'm harmonising with the tunes, you know what I mean? I can do that, right? I can do that. I've got that ability, right? Because I went to university and I studied music. That's why I'm allowed to harmonise with tunes, because I know how. Simple as that. Joy, on the Isle of Man, unfortunately. What can I do for you?
I just phoned up for a chat.
Do you know what? I'm surprised. What do you say, how rude?
Because you said Joy from the Isle of Man and being mean about me.
You'll get over it. I'm surprised at when I say, what can I do for you? Nobody has answered with, egg and chips or something, you know, ordered food or said, I'll have a number 23, a 14 and some vegetable spring rolls to go. I don't know why people don't do it. Can the next caller please do that? And, you know, just pretend that they've rung up a takeaway when I answer, because, you know, for a radio station, just chuck anybody on air for any reason, I think that I don't get enough proper, thought-out prank calls. I don't get people to pretend to be other people enough. I don't get people saying that they're from Battersea Dogs Home, adopting, you know, Alsatians. I want some pranks. 0870 202 7000. Prank call me. See how you get on. Joy, let's try starting this phone call again, and you can try a prank, alright?
Alright.
Okay. Hello, you're on the air.
Is that the Chinese takeaway near Douglas?
Oh, come on with your own ideas, honestly. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, do you sell dumbbells?
Sorry?
Do you sell dumbbells?
Doughballs?
Dumbbells.
Dumbbells? No, we don't. Why?
Are they as dumb as you?
Nothing is as dumb as me, honestly. Becky, you're on the air.
Yellow.
Yellow, go on, do a prank call. Prank call me, honestly. Come on. Becky, go.
Do you sell beds? I don't know.
Do I sell beds, honestly? I see why people don't bother pranking me, because they're about as imaginative as a brown paper bag, you know, honestly. Becky, what can I do for you?
No, I just wanted to chat.
No, I just wanted a chat. Hey! What do you want to chat about?
I'm not Scottish.
Well, you sound like it. What do you want to chat about? I mean, what you been up to?
We've been to this meeting thing because we're going to St. Omer in France for a school trip.
Oh, oui, j'ai conduit au Saint-Omer. Oh, oui. Ah, bonjour, mon ami, Saint-Omer.
Oui. I went there on a French trip when I was probably about your age. It was rubbish. Honestly, do everything you can to get out of it. Feign an illness. Say you haven't got your passport. Burn your passport. St. Omer is a terrible place. It's a place that God has frowned upon. It's awful. You really don't want to be spending any time there at all. It's the sort of French equivalent of Basildon in Essex, you know? It's just an industrialised, you know, a hole for pouring nuclear waste into, as far as I'm concerned. It has got a nice church, though, and a nice square. It wasn't too bad, come to think of it.
We're going to see Flanders Fields exhibition and...
Oh, I hate that.
And this theme park and going on a cruise along River Spain or somewhere.
How long are you going for? A couple of days?
2nd to 6th of April.
You going when?
2nd to 6th of April.
Well, have a good time. You won't at St Omen because there's nothing to do there, but try and enjoy it anyway, Becky.
Alright.
See you later.
500 quid.
Say goodbye in French.
What?
Say goodbye in French. Oh, blimey.
Au revoir.
Hey, there we go. How are you going to cope? Bye, Becky.
Bye.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, can I have a double quarter pounder cheeseburger with fries and Coke, please?
That doesn't work because how often do you ring up McDonald's to place an order? They don't even have a phone number.
Self-service?
No, they don't even have... It's not even a joke. It doesn't even work because you can't ring McDonald's, honestly.
Oh, I thought I'd try.
A futile and worthless, meandering, pointless waste of my time. Goodbye. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air. Oh, you've hung up. Yeah, great prank, honestly. Let's see what Claire's got to offer. Claire, you're on the air.
Hello, is this the complaints department for the deodorant company?
Yes, speaking. What can I do for you?
You see, I've been using your deodorant for about a month now. It keeps making my armpits go yellow.
Right. Have you consulted your doctor?
No, it's just that it wipes off once I have a bath.
Oh, well, my advice to you, young lady, would be keep using it until you've gone through all the rainbow colours and then probably stop and consult a specialist, all right?
Oh, is it? I'm meant to be turning into a Simpson.
Sorry?
You're meant to be turning me into a Simpson then. Simpson armpits.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I think the switchboard's back, so we'll be back with the quiz in a moment. But first, Sam in Greenwich. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear? Oh, he don't. He's joking. He's being a funny man. He's being a funny man.
You're a funny guy, Sam.
General, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, and I know you can.
Wait, let me just tell you. Wait. Can you hear me?
Sam, you're an idiot.
General.
You're an idiot.
I can't hear you, mate.
You're an idiot.
Hello.
Sam, just wondering if you could... Me all right, because some problems with that tonight. He can hear me. He can hear me. Sam, what do you want? I love the way you come on the show every night and showcase your inane ability to be a complete idiot.
I try my best.
Well, you do a good job.
I do a good job. Try my best.
What do you want, mate?
Oh,
blimey, I hadn't thought of that, hadn't I?
You confused me now, aren't you?
That's a question.
Asking me a question, what do I want?
What do you want, boy?
Oh, I want so many things, but...
yeah. I want £1 million, I want to marry Jennifer Aniston, I want a Ferrari, I want a trip abroad. What do you want?
Can you offer me any of that stuff?
I can offer you none of that stuff.
Oh, well, you know what? That's rubbish.
Well, maybe...
He is rubbish, isn't he?
He's hung up. Well, that's one dissatisfied customer. We'll be back with the General's Knowledge Quiz after the vacancy. Infrared, compatible, handheld, digital or something.
Capital Disney. Your music. Your way. Your music. Your way. Capital Disney. The General's Evening Show.
Live from London's fantabulous Leicester Square on this Thursday evening. For the 8th of March 2007, please welcome the little blonde boy to the stage. He's got red eyes, a white tongue and a ginger beard. Yes, indeed, it is the General with his General's Knowledge Quiz. I've got nothing else to say. Hi, hello, good evening, hello, hi, that'll do. Good evening, welcome to my quiz, the General here, with a brilliant challenge of trivia. Tonight playing, we've got Julie and Bognor. Julie, that's your cue to talk.
Oh, hello, sorry.
How long you been an idiot, Julie?
All my life.
Well, that's something I can't do anything about, I'm afraid. Okay, make sure you turn your radio down, because otherwise it'll get on my nerves. I'll shout, I'll cut you off, I'll have a tantrum, and we'll have to end the quiz early, all right? So get that radio down, or get away from it. It's up to you.
I'm away from it.
Okay, so we've got raspy-voiced Julie, who is how old are you, Julie?
21.
21? Oh, you look... you don't look it. How old are you, really?
No, I'm... hang on, I forgot. 37, 38 in July.
No, you do look it, actually. Right. Actually, you know, I think you might need the help of Nicky Hamilton-Jones on 10 Years Younger, actually, Julie. Joking. I'm joking. In the light that you're in now, you look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Like an angel. A vision of delight, in fact. Anyway, moving on. Ricky T. Stevo, speaking of visions of delight, you are just one of them, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin Preston was due to be playing, but he wouldn't pick up his phone, so I pulled in our sub, who is Richard. Why don't you say hello to each other in an amiable way?
Yeah, hello.
Hi.
So now, Richard, how old are you?
18.
So now, Julie, you've got the issue of what happens if you, a woman of experience, you know, you're 30,000 years old or whatever you said. What if you get beaten by little Ricky T. Stevo, who's only 18?
Just one of those things, isn't it?
See how it goes. As Mickey Mouse would say, gee whiz, it's only the quiz. Oh dear, you know, all those hours in the office, I do go a little bit insane. I like to bring it with me to the show. Right, let me just make this is all going wrong. Richard, Julie, I've just made me a little scoreboard. Let's go. Question number 1. What legendary battle was held in Britain in 1066? That's right, Richard. 1066. Ricky T.
The Battle of Hastings.
Okay, I did that question the other day. I've done it again today because the other day I said 1866 by accident. Matt James had a go at me. Question number 2. What is the name of the fairground attraction in which little electric cars are driven into each other for a laugh?
Richard.
Richard?
Bumper cars.
You can have that. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so it's 2-0. Question number 3. In music, what does a cappella mean?
I don't know that one.
See, if I hadn't said in music, I'd have had Julie going, isn't it a flavour of ice cream? Wouldn't I? I think Bionetta make them.
I'll give it a dabble.
Go on, what does it mean? A cappella.
Could it mean repeat?
No, it means just voices. Voices on their own. You hear it a lot on X Factor, that's why I put it in. Okay, question number 4. How many questions are there in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Richard.
Julie.
Rick.
15.
15, absolutely right. There are 15. It's 3-0. Julie, for a woman who is nearing her 40s, you are not showing your wisdom. What can I say? I'm sorry, it's true. Question number 5. What is the name of the special bread that traditionally accompanies a curry?
Richard.
Oh, Julie.
Richard was first. Richard.
Naan bread.
Naan bread. Okay, it's 4-0. Julie, at this point, I need to tell you that you need to get a lot of questions right if you're going to have a chance, all right?
No, no.
Question number 6. What does the first M in MMS stand for?
Richard.
Richard.
Oh, Julie.
Richard.
Multimedia.
Oh, look at that. He's like a whippet, isn't he? Honestly.
Yeah.
The early bird gets the worm, honestly. Question number 7, rather. In what US state would you find the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge?
Richard.
Oh, Julie.
Richard.
San Francisco.
In which state would you find it?
Chicago.
That's a city as well. Get a life. Julie, have you got an answer? What state?
I haven't got a clue.
Well, San Francisco was a city. What state is that in? Oh, blimey, this quiz is in a state, isn't it? This quiz is in a state, honestly.
Washington.
Washington. That's a city as well! Look, silence in the auditorium, please. Washington is a state. Now I've made an idiot of myself. Washington's a city, Julie, not a state. Richard, Chicago's a city, not a state.
Is it Southern State of America?
Do you want to be hung up?
No.
I will hang up on you in the blink of an eye if you continue advertising your own stupidity. The answer was California.
I knew that, but it was on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I knew that. I knew it. I did. That's why I said Washington and got it completely wrong. Hold on. Julia, not only are you an idiot, you're a liar. And I know your name's Julie. I was doing it to annoy you. Okay, so the Golden Gate Bridge is in San Francisco, which is in California. Question number 8. What colour is the name of a singer and also that which is most associated with girls?
Richard.
Richard.
Pink.
Pink. Okay, so it's 6-0. Julia, at this point you've got what they say. How do they say this? A snowball's chance in hell.
I heard someone coughing in the background.
You heard someone coughing in the background?
Yeah.
Well, aren't your ears attuned, hey? Honestly, I think everybody heard someone
he's got
coughing
good
in the
hearing, isn't he?
Yeah, honestly. Blimey, you're like a solar satellite, Rich.
I think I'm a satellite in my brain myself.
Just keep your mouth shut, boy. Sellotape it or something. Question number 9. What is the name given to the pastry dish in which tasty filling, savoury or sweet, is sealed within lovely pastry and heated up to be served, hopefully, with chips?
Richard.
Richard.
Julie.
Pie.
Pie. He's got it. He's got it. Okay, 7-0, Julie, and here we are. The last question. So the last question for the General Knowledge Quiz. Julie has got no points. Could be a record. Could be a record. Richard, you've got 7, which also could be a record. I think 8 is the most we've ever had on the quiz. Time for this, then. What colours would you see on a Frisian cow?
Julie. Brown and white.
Oh, good. God. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just set this up. Julie, I just want to give you a grasp on how wrong you are.
Oh dear.
What annoys me most about that is the sound of that buzzer got Richard in Telford in the manner which can only be associated with a child imitating it. I mean, come on. What 2 colours would you see on a Frisian cow? Somebody put me out of my misery. What 2 colours on a Frisian cow? Richard.
Black and white.
Black and white. Praise the Lord. Oh. Well, we've reached the end of that.
Oh well, some you win, some you lose.
And Julie, you most certainly did lose that. 0 points. You are, without a shadow of a doubt, the weakest link. Goodbye. Bye! Richard, remarkably, despite your indisputable stupidity, you won tonight's quiz with a near record breaking 8 points. Congratulations.
Yippee.
And now, like that, he was gone in a whisker. Oh, the quiz, back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Let me know as soon as you can if you want to play. It's Capital Disney, by the way.
Capital Disney, the General's Evening Show.
In tests, 9 out of 10 people thought it was brilliant. The Radio 3 Evening Show. Much better than this rubbish.
I really like this. It's Lucy Silver's sinking in. It puts me in mind of the Dixie Chicks, to be honest. It's a little bit country, know what I mean? Speaking of which, howdy, General. Do you ever get nervous? Never. If you do, what do you do? To be honest, when I do get nervous, I tend to make very, very bad smells. When I started doing shows on this station, people wouldn't come in the studio after me because, embarrassing, but, live with it. I got to do a music concert tomorrow. I'm really nervous. Please, can you play the new Comic Relief song? Because I have to sing that and I forgot the words. I'm down on the back of your hand. It'll be easy. Sorry about the howdy. I've just finished my history coursework on cowboys. From Natalie Gallagher. Good luck tomorrow, Natalie. The General at capitaldisney.co.uk. Leanna, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello. You want to apologise because it turns out that Julie, who played the quiz, well, I say played the quiz, she didn't even offer to answer any of the questions, I think, and she left with a big fat 0. You leave with nothing. She's your mum. She's your dear mum, isn't she? She's your mum.
I was just going to apologise to everyone. Sorry that she's so dim. It's not her fault. She got dropped on the head as a baby.
What, from a helicopter?
Yeah, she's a bit like a Malteser, blonde on the inside and brown on the out.
Ian on the website, hello.
All right, Jay.
All right, mate. What can I do for you?
Well, it pains us to say this, but Richard is top of the leaderboard.
Do it again.
Richard in Telford is top of the leaderboard.
What? But Richard's an idiot.
I know. That's why we need to do. We need someone on the quiz tomorrow to get more than 8. Otherwise, get rid of the quiz. You shaved it.
But Richard came out with the phrase 1 out of 1.
Exactly. We need someone to stop the quiz, mate, get rid of it.
Richard in Telford is the man who rang up during the first episode of Top Gear on telly and told me that he thought it was the best in the series so far, even though it's the first one, and he didn't realise that he was being an idiot.
He's also the man that couldn't have a phone conversation at the start of the show. Get rid of it.
We are now cancelling the General's Knowledge quiz. The quiz is cancelled forevermore. Please take his name off the leaderboard. Don't put it on the website, all right, Ian? Just get rid of it. Scratch it. In fact, take the whole website down, all right?
Right.
Because I ain't having it. Now, go and ruin someone else's day with your bad news. Get out. See you later. Honestly, Richard in Telford, the top of the quiz leaderboard with 8 points. I think it's a new record as well. Oh, man, I quit.
This week's story.
The General's Evening Show.
Are you ready? So, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Once upon a time, there was a rabbit, and his name was George, and he lived in a burrow at the end of the field. He was best mates with Eric the Badger. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Oh, sorry.
Capital Disney.
Becky, do you want a job?
What?
Will you come and do this show for me? Because I just quit because Richard's on top of the leaderboard. Is that all right? If you've got any advice on what I can do as a hot rocking radio DJ with white hair for Comic Relief, 0870 2027 7000. For that comment, Claire, you're getting hung up on. Shave me hair off, honestly. Hello, you're on the air.
First things first, you are actually doing something for Comic Relief.
Well, maybe I should be informed of these things, you know what I mean?
You are, because we're playing the Sugar Babes versus Girls So Loud.
Oh, good point.
And Walk This Way, which means we are paying PRS.
That is literally Comic Relief, that record, isn't it?
We are actually giving money to Comic Relief.
I mean, it is a comedy record, but
that's not...
That actually works perfectly, because it's a comedy record and it's a relief when it's over. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay, right. That actually brings me on to the point for the call in the first place.
Right.
Right. You know you played that song by somebody, Little Star?
Oh, yeah.
Who was it?
Kelly.
Who?
Kelly. Kelly Clarkson, wasn't it?
Okay, so I pay you to be a knowledgeable radio presenter.
Right.
And you say it's Kelly. Who is it?
Kelly. Keeley. Keeley.
How's it spelled? Spell it out to me.
Oh, right, okay, I'll spell it out to you.
Come on, get on with it.
Right, oh, look, I've got a degree, Governor. Don't you patronise me.
All right, it shows the value of degrees today, doesn't it?
Yeah, first class, you know, first class. Didn't turn up to half my lectures. K-E-L-I-S.
K-E-L-I-S.
Yes.
Does that spell Kelly?
No, it doesn't.
What does it spell?
Keyless. Well, I don't know, do I? Because I'm not...
phonetic. Do phonetic.
All right, phonetic. Calissa. Calissa. It's not Caliss.
Caliss?
It's not Caliss. It isn't Caliss. I said, someone stick up for me. Someone stick up for me. Give us a ring. Because I had to go at this, right? When it first came up on the playlist, it started coming up, and I said, Keeley or something, and everybody said, no, it's wrong.
It's Keeley?
I said Keeley, and everyone said, oh, no, it's Khalees. I mean...
It's Khalees.
That's what I said, Khalees.
No, you didn't. You said Kelly.
Yeah, that was a joke to annoy you, but when I...
Well, it annoyed me. Well, when I'm on the phone now. And now, the whole of the UK knows that I'm annoyed with you, and you're an imbecile.
The whole of the UK? What, my parents sitting listening in Billericay? Honestly, they don't care. They know
right, okay, so what, you're saying that nobody else is listening to this show apart from your parents?
And you.
Who, quite frankly, if they're listening to you, they need to go and get a life, don't they?
You're listening. Anyway, when I came out the record...
I have to make sure we don't get sued. Because you're a loose cannon. You're an imbecile.
I'm an imbecile. I can't be an imbecile.
Don't make me laugh, all right? You're an imbecile.
When I came out the record, big man, I said Khalees.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Kelly.
I said Khalees.
You went Kelly.
I didn't say Kelly. I said Khalees. Little Sir.
The Sir was silent.
Get your ears syringed, you silly old man, because I said Kelly.
Do you know what?
Khalees.
Do you know what?
I don't know what I said.
Do you want an appointment at the big man's desk on Monday? Because you're going the right way, boyo.
Oh yeah, because you're not in. You're not in on Fridays because you have a long weekend.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I go and sit on my yacht in the Mediterranean on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That's right, yes.
So that's where my wages are going.
But can I just say, apologies to the UK for this conversation. I didn't really want to do this publicly. But, General, you're an idiot.
Nattering on. Honestly, he's got his own little show, his own nice little show, haven't you? He's got his own little show on daytime, and he thinks he wants more airtime on mine. The ego of that man, Leanna, honestly. The things I have to put up with. You know, he does 4 hours of radio every morning. I'm not even sure when it is.
I don't believe
I've never listened. And then he rings up and he wants more. He wants my airtime as well as his. Honestly,
you've just ruined everything.
What do you mean I've ruined everything?
I was just going to do a really good prank phone call, and then you have to go and say my name. Oh, you're an idiot.
Oh, give up. You're the idiot. Honestly. Hello, you're on the air.
Well, it's Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. Do you want to stick up for me?
Yes.
Go on, then say something.
You're stupid if you think the General's an idiot.
Thank you, yeah. How's that, boss? Anyway, thank you, Rachel. Can I play you a song?
No, just
called up for a chat.
Well, thank you for sticking up for me. What did you reckon? Kelly, Kellis, Keeley, or Khalees?
I think it actually sounded like Kelly.
What, when I said it?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. So you're on his side then? Well, looks like I've got an appointment at the big man's desk on Monday. Anyway.
General.
Yeah.
When Matt James played back your apology and his apology this morning...
Oh, aye?
He said that your sorry sounded more like a muffled cough.
Well, yeah, that's because I was doing a muffled cough. I didn't really want to say sorry to Matt James because I'm above that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, would you say sorry to Matt James? I mean, I'm not going to say sorry to Matt James when he hasn't said sorry for the radio show he puts out every morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joking. Hello, you're on the air.
Woman 824/7, how can we help you?
Hello, I'd like the telephone number for Battersea Dogs Home, please.
Okay, would you like that via text or on air?
On air? I thought this was 118.
0870 202 7000.
Comedy. Really, really comedy, honestly.
Well, you wanted a phone call.
Get out.
I've been down so. This is Capital Disney.
Capital Disney.
Dan in Greenwich, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
I'm being sponsored by Metaphor.com.
Metaphor.com, right?
Yeah, it's in English, because I'm so mad about English, yeah?
He's so mad about English, he's madder about English than a madman running about in English.
Every time I say metaphor,
okay.
I get 10 quid.
You get... okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's have a conversation, and I'll play a funky little sound effect to emphasise every time you get the word metaphor into everyday life conversation, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, this will be really fun, this. I really think this is going to be really quite fun, so I think we should give it a try on the radio. Do you? I think we should try it out on our evening broadcast. This is going to be really fun. Okay, so Sam, what did you do today?
Well, I went to the Metaphor Beach.
Right, okay.
Okay, and I created a Metaphor sandcastle.
Oh, okay, and what did your sandcastle look like, Sam?
It looked like a big, massive metaphor.
Wow, he's doing really well so far. And what have you got planned for this evening, Sam?
Well, I'm going to watch Metaphors R Us.
Right, okay. What else?
And then I'm going to make a big cup of metaphor.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Then finally, I would start feeling metaphors. So I would have to go to the metaphor before I go to the metaphor.
Wow, I think you got the word metaphor into that normal, everyday lifestyle conversation, which still made perfect sense. I'm sure you agree, Louise. I think you got it in, actually. Sam, I think you actually hit the nail on the head around about, okay? I think you hit it, times. Yeah, well done.
Okay, could, you just say something like, could you say, here at the General's Evening Show, we love metaphors. Could you say that, you and Louise?
Yeah, of course I could.
Go on then. Thank you and Louise.
Okay, right. We'll do it together.
We'll do it together. Okay,
ready?
what we say?
Here at the General's Evening Show, we love metaphors. Okay, right. Okay, ready?
Thank you.
Let's try it. 1, 2, 3.
Here at the General's Evening Show, we love metaphors.
Sam, was that all right?
You know what? You've just paid for my PS3, mate.
Bye! Bye, Sam! See you later! Bye! Bye! And there he goes, off into the Greenwich.